Now listen, y'all, first and foremost, I have to say my apologies. Y'all have not gotten a video for a minute. I've had a little cold. Y'all can probably hear I'm still sick. I started a new job Monday, so I've been a little busy. I've been real busy. But last night, the NBA came back on. And I watched both games, and let me tell you, I don't even want to start with this game. I'm going to start with this one. I have a lot to say about both games. The first thing I have to say, the Boston Celtics are going back-to-back. I thought it was going to happen before the season. They were my favorite to win the championship. Now it is official. The Boston Celtics are going back-to-back. The Knicks are probably the second best team in the East, right? They went out there and beat them boys by damn near 30 points on opening night. That boy, Mikal Bridges, don't let this fool you. Don't let the 7 for 13, 2 for 7 from 3 fool you. He was terrible in the first half. In the first half, that boy couldn't hit nothing. I don't know who changed his jump shot, but that person needs to never get another job in the NBA ever again. Matter of fact, that person should never work in basketball ever again, because whoever changed his jump shot to have this man shooting out there like Michael Kidd Gilchrist is terrible at their job. Whoever it was, I don't know who it was. I don't know if he had a shooting coach. I don't know if it was him. I don't know. You need to go over to the Lethal Shooter gym in 2K, and you need to practice on getting some of them lethal zones, get that form right, buddy. OG Anunoby. 1 for 7, 0 for 4 from 3. You were a minus 21. Mikal was a minus 33. Y'all combined for 20 points. Karl Anthony Towns. 5 for 9. Very efficient night. You only had 7 rebounds. Brother, you only put up 12 points? You and Josh Hart put up the same amount of points? In what world would I be trading for Karl Anthony Towns to be my second option, and I'm gonna be okay with him and Josh Hart putting up the same amount of points? Jalen Brunson, you only put up 22, but you played 25 minutes. The game was a blowout for most of it. You weren't in for a lot of it. The only bright spot on this team was Deuce McBride. Campaign played a pretty good game too, but I don't think any of us were expecting too much from Campaign. Deuce McBride, the whole game, was a bucket. I'm talking about was hitting shot after shot after shot, barely missing. As you could tell, 22 points, was tied for their leading scorer. He played off the bench. He did phenomenal. The Knicks need defense, bro. The defense was terrible. I don't want to hear nothing about, oh, they have Mikal, they have OG. The perimeter defense is going to be really good. I don't care. They need that defensive anchor. They need Mitchell Robinson back. They have some things they need to figure out. This was bad because the Boston Celtics went out there, and did they break the record? They tied the record for most threes in a game. Man, they better than me because I would have broke it. I would have broke it. I'm pretty sure the record was 29, bro. Pretty sure. But they didn't. Look at this. They were out there missing hella shots. They shot 61 threes because they were trying to break the record, and they couldn't get to it. And they still shot 48% from 3. A team put up 61 threes on you, and you let them shoot 48% from 3? That's unacceptable, bro. Jason Tatum, from jump, that boy was saying, you know what, I want my MVP. Couldn't miss the whole game. He had 37 and 10, only got to the free throw line twice. 37 and 10 in 30 minutes, only got to the free throw line twice, hit 8 threes. Al Horford was out there, couldn't miss. Drew Holiday couldn't miss. Derek White started off missing, but then after that couldn't miss. Jaylen Brown, oh, you could miss, but then from 3 you couldn't miss. They had, bro, the only 2 people that in this game couldn't hit a damn shot were Xavier Tillman and Peyton Pritchard. I don't know what's been going on with Peyton Pritchard, bro. Even back in the finals where he was literally only coming in to hit full court shots, but his shot just hasn't been falling, even going back to the playoffs. Besides those full quarters, he had 1 corner 3 tonight or last night, but you know what I'm saying? It wasn't anything crazy. But bro, the Knicks looked bad. Mikal Bridges looked bad. OG Anunoby looked bad. I'm seeing people out here, Aaron Gordon, Jalen Suggs, out here getting $150 million contracts, and I'm thinking, damn, they just got bums getting anything. I mean, the highest paid player on the Knicks is OG Anunoby. He went out there and put up 4 points. The guy he was guarding went out there and put up 37 and 10 in 30 minutes while only getting to the free throw line twice. That's your highest paid player? Ass. And then we go to this game. And this game showed me a lot of things too. First of all, congrats to Bronny and Brown for being the first father-son duo to play in an NBA game. They had the Griffies were there to congratulate them, all that. It was really cool. Really cool night for them. They picked up the win. I'm going to start with the Lakers here. I'm not going to start with the Timberwolves because I'm going to get to the Timberwolves later. JJ Redick is a much better coach than Darvin Ham. He might be a much better coach than Frank Vogel. He is a very good coach. There are things in this game where in the first half the Lakers put up 19 threes. That's what you want. Now, they ended the game only putting up 30, and they only hit 5 of them. Okay, that's going to get better. They're not going to only hit 5 threes too often. Their whole starting lineup hit 4 of those 5 threes, and then they got Dalton Connect coming off the bench hitting 1 of them. That's not going to happen too often. I'm not expecting this team to shoot 16.7% from 3 too often. They do need to get better at shooting, and I think that'll end up being some deadline moves because it's just like Rui's been that, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just D'Lo, 9 points, you know. You lucky you got the win because D'Lo, you didn't do a damn thing to help get the win. You were just out there flailing around, running up the court like these the whole game because you were expecting foul calls that you weren't getting and you couldn't hit a damn shot. JJ Redick calling timeouts when the Timberwolves going a 7-0 run. Beautiful. Things Darvin Ham wouldn't do. Post-game press conference, you got JJ Redick out there talking about, man, in the second half we're playing with a brand new ball. We can't get the shots up because the ball feels completely different. Saying things that other coaches wouldn't say, saying things that the average fan wouldn't even think about. You know what I'm saying? He played basketball, so he knows. I would never even think about that being an effect. You know what I'm saying? That being an issue. But the biggest thing that JJ Redick did tonight was make it very clear that he is making that transition for this to be Anthony Davis's team. Anthony Davis got out there and got by far the most looks, got by far the most touches, went out there, put up 36 and 16 while being guarded by Rudy Gobert for most of the game. Bro, that's what we love to see. Now, will you see this from Anthony Davis all the time? I don't know. I want to see his jump shot continue to come back. He played well from the free throw line. He got the boards. He did the things you needed him to do. He got 3 blocks, right? So he did the things you needed him to do. LeBron, it looks like not a great game on the stat sheet. Yeah, he didn't shoot the ball well, but he did the things you needed him to do. He didn't have a great game, to be honest. But they won. That's all I'm going to say. They won. Then you go up here to the Timberwolves. When the Lakers shoot 5 of 30 from 3, you got to win that game if you're Minnesota. There were some concerning things here for Minnesota. For one, they couldn't force the Lakers to get no turnovers. The Lakers only had 7. The Timberwolves had 15. That can't happen. Donte DiVincenzo, in my opinion, needs to start. I don't know if you put – I think he has experience running the 1. He did it at Villanova. We've seen him do it in the league a little bit. I think you put him in at the 1 and you move Mike Conley. Now, the problem with that is how do you fit Rob Dillingham in? Well, Rob Dillingham didn't play at all last night anyway. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I kind of don't – I need – if Donte DiVincenzo's going to play 32 minutes and Mike Conley's only going to play 20, giving you 5 points and a minus 22 on the box score, I think you've got to put him in. I think you've got to start him. You've got to find a way to start him. I don't know what that looks like. Like I said, I have no idea what the lineups are going to look like. I think they're going to experiment some. Mike Conori and Mike Conori's the assistant. Who am I thinking of? Chris Finch and them. I think they're going to experiment some. But that's one of those things where you kind of have – I kind of like to see him in the starting lineup. Anthony Edwards didn't have a great game. Couldn't shoot the ball too much. Julius Randle, you played okay. But like for you to be the second option, I'd like to see more than 16 points. Why is Rudy Gobert your third leading scorer in the starting rotation? Jaden McDaniels couldn't shoot. Mike Conley couldn't hit the broadside of a barn. Nickeil Alexander-Walker, great game for him shooting the ball. Donte DiVincenzo couldn't hit a shot, but he was doing – Donte DiVincenzo didn't have a great game. That's not why I'm saying he should start. I'm saying he should start just because it's like the team looks better with him in than it does with Mike Conley. And then Naz Reid, decent game. You know what I'm saying? Not a bad game at all. It's just both the Knicks and the Timberwolves look like losers from that cat trade. It doesn't look like it's one of those things where it's like, oh, both teams look good. Or you know what I'm saying? Or like it's like, oh, one team looks really good, the other team looks ass. I think both teams look pretty bad. Based off of last night alone, I think both teams look pretty bad. Now, with the Knicks, it looks like it's something that might be a little easier to fix. Just because it's like you don't expect Mikal Bridges to be that ass shooting the ball this whole season. You don't expect that. You don't expect OG Anunoby to go 1 for 7 the whole season. But then at the same time, you don't expect Mike Conley to go 1 for 7 the whole season either. Anthony Edwards isn't going to go 10 for 25 the whole season either. Not every team has Anthony Davis. You know what I'm saying? So it's like neither team to me looked good last night. But the one thing that I take 2 big things away from this that are positives. The Celtics are going back to back, and JJ Redick might be a really, really, really good coach, and I think they made the right hire. But that's about it. Tonight we got a lot more NBA games. I'm going to be watching them all on League Pass and stuff like that. I'm going to be watching some hoops tonight, probably playing 2K at the same time, so, I won't be fully locked in. But I'm going to be watching some hoops tonight. I'm so glad basketball's back. I'm sorry I haven't been getting videos. I'm going to do everything in my power to get those videos out to y'all. Tomorrow, y'all are going to get my NFL Week 7 predictions and my fantasy update, everything like that. You're going to get all that stuff. And then, yeah, I'm going to get y'all some rebuilds. I'm going to get y'all everything that, I can do. I got to lock back in. I got to start figuring out how to manage my time better, and then we're cool. All right, I love it. I appreciate y'all, and, yeah, glad basketball's back on, baby.